So where are we at with this?
You're under.
Under. All of us?
Yes. It's $23.
That egg better chirp.
Did Hey lay these eggs?
That better be the most delicate bread and fresh made mayonnaise ever.
Hi, people. This is Blakely. Blakely from the movie. What was the name of the Lilo? Lilo and Aaron. Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. That's right. Yeah, I'm Blakely. I'm not just some aging comic actor who just ran by Lake Champlain because he's doing a comedy set tonight at the Vermont Comedy Theater. And if you're around there, please come. Don't worry. You're probably saying, is it sold out? No. No. Is it half full? No. Legally, I have to do the show because the old showbiz saying is that you have to have more people in the audience than on stage. And there's 2 people in the audience, but I'm only a 1-person act, so legally I have to. So we're not sold out. I'm Blakely. I'm not Kevin McDonald from the Kids in the Hall. The weakest kid in the hall. No, you're not. Come on. I love mosquitoes. There. Hey, Jumba. Anyway, this is Blakely. Hi, how you doing? And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Rachel. I'm Blakely, played by Kevin McDonald, the weakest actor of the kingdom. I'm playing tonight, and I've ruined my voice doing Blakely. I hope you're happy, you Kevin, Danny, Eli, Rachel people. Now listen to Magic Our Way. I listen to it all the time. I'm lying. I've never heard of it.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic buffs and not artistic cream puffs. This is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us for the show. We got a smorgasbord or Showgasbord.
Holy moly.
If you will. We got some guest services. We got some news. We got a couple of questions to make you go, A lot of stuff, man. Look, this isn't your typical polished practice Pixie Dust and Disney podcast. We are still not in California, letting you know that the Muppet Studios lot, which was originally Charlie Chaplin Studios, has not been bought by the Church of Scientology.
I told you that last time.
You did tell me last night. Yeah, listen to that show, fellas.
Tom Cruise.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and tell you if Rachel can spot the northern lights from our house.
That's right. You listeners have the easy part. All you guys have to do is listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Rachel.
And look, the easiest way to support us is to book a vacation with Rachel, either to New Orleans or a major hotel in Tokyo or Disneyland or Walt Disney World.
Wherever you need to go.
Wherever you need to go, she's got you. And a little piece of that comes back to support us and her.
Yes.
Big piece of that comes back to support her. It's great. Support
but mainly her, not us.
Mainly her. That's right.
Yes. Let's be clear. The biggest piece goes to support whatever corporation you're booking with.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, well, yeah.
Disney is getting the biggest piece.
This is true.
But Rachel gets the second big. We're at the low end of the totem pole.
Yes. We get the crumbs.
Yes.
Y'all. It's great. And we appreciate those crumbs. And look, make sure you leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show. And make sure you like and subscribe, as well as turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. And also, we want to thank our Patreon supporters for all that they do for us. You guys rock. All right, y'all, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's get to the smorgasbord. Eat it all up. But not the cake bake because it's too damn expensive.
Cake and bake.
No.
Cake bake. No.
I ain't got cake bake money.
Neither do I.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin.
Here we are on Guest Services, the segment in which we get to service you, the listener. First, we want to take a second and recognize any of the Mohicans impacted by Hurricane Milton. Yeah. We reached out to a lot of you guys on Facebook group, and everyone seemed to be chiming in and being in good spirits and whatnot.
Glad to hear that.
But those that don't actively take part but do listen to the show, this includes you. We think about you as well. So hopefully one day you'll reach out. But now that Milton has blown through, and I can pretty much say that we feel for these people.
Absolutely.
After what they went through. As big of a storm as that was when it hit and the damage it inflicted, Yeah, man, we definitely feel for you. But we hope by the time the show comes out, which is about a week after Milton, that you're not still dealing with it. But we know from experience.
We know
Katrina,
from a lot of the various experience,
the magnitude of the storm, we know that's even after a week, there may still be people without power or without homes and stuff. So we could definitely feel for that.
Yeah.
And of course, if there's any way we can help, I'm a weekend or any of them weekends can help each other in distress, please reach out to us, show@magicourway.com. In the meantime, what we could do is what we do best is that entertain you while you're going through this and maybe hopefully distract you from whatever it is that you are experiencing.
We're very distracting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, funny enough, when we're recording this on October 11th, 2024, Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando both reopened.
Okay.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, they both came back online today. After having been closed about 2 days, a day and a half, something like that.
It was a day and a half. Yeah, they closed. They started closing at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, and they were closed all day Thursday.
Wow. So nothing happened, like the Epcot ball didn't fall off and roll down the way, nothing like that. Okay. So
no, I haven't actually seen any reports of damage at the parks at all. So that's good. Other than just debris blown around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Despite what the AI images have been showing, right? Isn't that funny?
Yes, there were a lot of AI images. One of them, somebody posted on, it was like a fan group or something. And they were like, is this real? And it's the castle and the whole
the flooding.
What would be the hub area was all flooded.
Yeah.
But then on the side, it was like Main Street was right there up against the castle. I was like, this is definitely not real because Main Street would be way back that away.
Good catch. Good catch. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Deep fake is real, man. Watch
it
out.
is. Yeah.
Those bots, Eli.
It's the bots, dude.
I don't just make this up. This is just truth. We just prophesizing for y'all. It's not distracting if it's real.
Well, to distract these people, I was going to do this. Did you know that Walt Disney World has closed several times over its history? Over a 50-year history, right? Several times. And they all happened to close at some point during our lifetime. So the years before they were born, we were born, they did fine. They didn't have to close anything.
The problem is us.
Yes.
We're so sorry.
Eliminate. Yes, I know.
Calls calling from beside the house.
But out of all those times, there was only 2 instances that we've lived through in which it wasn't hurricane related.
Okay.
I was going to do a lot of research for this, but apparently a lot of other Disney fan sites have freaking do it. But I want you to guess the 2 non-hurricane related closures that have experienced
9/11.
9/11's one,
Yeah.
and the pandemic. That's it. Everything else was a
gonna
hurricane.
say, the other one's going to be obvious.
I was going to say, I thought you were going for pandemic.
I thought 9/11 was going to be an easy one, and the pandemic was the obvious one. So, yeah.
Always obvious.
And we were there.
Whoa.
Yes, absolutely.
Where were you?
So look, hopefully you guys are doing okay. If you need anything, reach out to us. We're serious about that. We love our fans. Y'all been with us, listening and supporting us. So at least we can do is pay back, pay it forward or give it back in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, we all Mohicans here. We all feel it.
Who's next?
Next, I want to shout out 2 Mohicans that came and visited us this past weekend or a week ago. They just left a week ago. Isn't that crazy? JP and Josh, our California correspondents, came to New Orleans to celebrate JP's 50th. This was their first time in New Orleans, and it looks like they had a great time.
From what we saw of it, man, there was a lot they did without us.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ate, they drank, they saw lots of things, lots and lots of things. Half-naked bartenders.
There were times where we couldn't make it, and there were times where we were going to make it, and they were like, yeah, no, we don't need y'all. We're doing just fine on our own right now.
Yes.
Yeah, but things were well coordinated.
Shirtless bartenders, yeah.
Yeah, shirtless bartenders.
And the mayor.
Yeah.
The mayor. The mayor. Yeah. Mayor gave him the key to the city. That's why he was like, yeah, forget this.
That was not a deep fake. They did actually meet the mayor in their second.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She was boogieing her butt off, man.
Yeah, she was having a good time. I couldn't believe that. They were like, that's her. I looked, I was like, that's the
Well, I saw the picture. I was like, oh my God, that's our mayor. How about that?
That's what I told him. Like, okay, now when we come back out to California, your turn. Where your mayor?
Yeah, where your mayor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where
There you
your
go.
peoples.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. So they saw a lot of things, and as I dropped JP off at the airport, this is something that kind of capsulized what it is to visit us, or maybe visit the New Orleans area and all the culture and the stuff that comes with it. JP said he thought at first that this visit would be a one and done kind of thing. It's like this is all he needs to see about New Orleans, and that's it. But he said that he saw just enough to make him want to come back and see more.
Oh wow!
And I was like, yeah, there's still a whole bunch of things that He didn't even make it through the entire World War II museum. And that's a huge complex.
Probably means he wants that shirtless bartender to go bottomless. My guess.
Maybe.
It was close.
Yeah. And he wants to go to, I think he wanted to see the Showgasbord battlefield. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to see the battlefield. He wanted to visit Kirk and the swamps and stuff and
like,
see actual
Do a swamp tour. That
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would have set that up. I didn't know he said a ghost tour. We did the ghost tour. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the
That
ghost
was
tour.
really,
That was
really
a
neat.
lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ty.
So much, shout out to Ty. I don't know if he listens to us, but man, that inspired me to like reinvigorate our New Orleans shows that we did over the pandemic. And also, we could kind of tease. I'm gonna start throwing out little shorts of all the facts that we did there, along with actual pictures in Disneyland or whatever else, and actual pictures here in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Because that was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much so.
Yeah,
Learned a
that was-
lot.
That was a lot of fun. But yeah, Rachel, see that that's the kind of hospitality you get when you come visit.
I know. We got to come.
You do.
We're not fake personalities. That's the other thing they both discovered.
Yeah.
I like how this is twofold. You could A, thank Josh and JP for coming, and B, shame Rachel and her
Not-
Josh
yeah,
for not
'cause
coming.
we haven't.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could catch a Royal Caribbean boat out of here, if you want to
That's
double the
true.
pleasure, like a little land and sea experience.
Surf and turf.
Surf and turf. That's
yeah.
right.
Shake and bake.
Or you could just
multi-layered.
full on like JP and Josh and do the full land experience. And, absolutely. So, yeah, it was great to see those guys. If you're in Mohican, you're ever coming around, man, let us know. We'd love to meet you.
Take you out to some good restaurants.
Yeah.
Show you the we have a lot of pride in our area. So it's like, it
Yeah.
will show you why Walt liked this area so much that he built a bunch of stuff that looks like us.
It's not some good
Yeah.
treatment. You get some good treatment.
Yeah. So come to New Orleans, book a vacation with Rachel.
Yes.
Who's next?
And we're getting to the emails. We got a couple of them here. And first of all, speaking of Californians, we got an email from John Bow.
John Bow.
So he says, John Bow, everyone, just heard your Tom Sawyer's Island, which is season 5, episode 538. We're getting a lot of numbers in our
Yeah,
episode.
seasons.
That's what I was going to say. We got seasons now?
Yeah, basically it's when the hundreds. I marked that in Libsyn. So
Oh,
500,
okay.
we're in season 5. So
let me
next,
know when we get syndicated so I can start collecting that.
Oh, wow.
cash, man.
Yeah, that's the 100th episode or
Yeah.
something. So we should already
Oh,
do
yeah,
something.
we're syndicated 5 times over.
I'm going to call Channel 26 now.
we got a lot, man. We're like a dinosaur. We're
Yeah.
still here.
Still
We're
here. Trucking.
And look, he says, in another attempt to, and I quote, let's get Magic Our Way to get to Tokyo. I have no problem with it.
Oh, love to do that.
I want to go
Yeah,
to Tokyo.
That'd be
no
great.
worries there.
I just saw there's going to be a new villains thing in Disney Tokyo.
A new villain's what?
It's a parade. It's a new villains parade at
Okay.
Tokyo
Oh.
Disneyland.
Oh, they go all out.
They do go all out with their parades. I bet you it's going to be incredible. Oh, I'm looking at some pictures of the floats. Whoa.
Start saving up money, bro.
Yeah, check those out, guys.
Mm-mm.
So is Jambo saying these things because he's going to help bring us to Tokyo?
I hope so. 'Cause I would
Hey.
gladly join Jumbo. We have a whole weekend entourage headed over.
Oh, boy.
Because you won't offend us with cash. If you want to pay for us to go to Tokyo, we are more than happy to go.
We'll make it work.
We'll do that right now.
Right there.
Yes.
Can
Job
put it
what?
in my waistcoat,
Right there.
my waist
I'm
pant,
there.
something,
Tickets
whatever.
bought.
At least start a GoFundMe or something. We will go.
Kickstarter. all that.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
would love to see Tokyo.
I have a long
Oh,
weekend
man.
from work, so let's
There
do
you
it.
go.
Yeah,
We're going to Tokyo.
YOLO, baby.
Got to go to Tokyo.
You got to bring the spouses because you know that they're not going to let. My wife is not letting me go to Tokyo alone. I can tell you that right now.
That's fair.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I would have some explaining to
Right.
Ooh, that's a good pickup line for me. Hey, girl, I know you just met me, but you want to go to Tokyo?
He's not single anymore. Don't let him play that card anymore.
What? Card's still up.
No.
He didn't put a ring on it. All right. So anyway, Jumbo continues on and he says, I'm happy to report that Tom Sawyer's Island at Tokyo Disneyland is still the same as the original at Disneyland here in California.
Cool.
Okay.
When I first went to Tokyo Disneyland back in 2016, I was stoked that I was able to visit the Indian village on the island. It was so much fun to explore, something that I always felt like I missed out on as a child.
Wow.
Yeah. And he says, I grew up about 8 miles away from Disneyland. Even back in the 70s, you could never get into the Indian village. It was always fenced off. As you know, they used to have Native American dancers, musicians, etc. in the Indian village. All of this was a bummer since we actually studied Native American cultures in grade school in the 70s rather than for jive-ass standardized testing, but I digress.
Pow.
Jive ass.
Jive-ass,
What?
that's right.
What you said, sucker?
And every educator just raised their hand.
Yeah.
You sure this is Jumbo and not Rudy Ray Moore?
Yeah. Way down in the Park Deep.
But he goes on. He says, I can go on forever. The bottom line is, y'all need to get to Japan now.
Right now.
That's how we wrote. Right now.
We want to.
Yes.
I was going to say, it's not like Japan's around the corner from us. Takes a little planning.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
And then another jump.
Man, God bless him, though. I mean, you know, we
can figure it out.
That work,
We can
but
figure it
yeah, we
Definitely
go as
wanna
a
go.
unit.
Josh is sitting right here and he just mumbled, if you're going to Japan, you better be bringing me.
Ouch.
No, I expect Josh to join us on this trip. I would not leave Josh out there. I would miss him so much.
That's right. And we could find a Japanese listener for him to race.
Oh, man. He races in a Japanese Olympian.
You know,
How
if we
about
went
that?
south, we could go to India and get our listeners that listen through Ghana.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ghana, for
We're
supporting.
big in
Thank you,
Ghana.
Big in Ghana.
I don't
Very
think he can beat anybody from Ghana.
Well, that's
Oh,
long
well.
distance. He might have a.
Wait, what are you saying? No,
No, he's saying, you know, they're long distance runners.
That's
I know
true.
that.
They are.
I'm
Yeah,
back
yeah.
on Team Josh.
All
I
right.
think Josh could beat a guy from Ghana.
Josh could rock
Ooh,
it.
we got to find a guy from Ghana first.
Yes.
We'd hype that. Yeah.
And next week on guest service, we have the lone listener from Ghana. Right in.
I'm still running, but I heard your show.
I'm in.
I will race him.
Anyway, all right. Hey, man. Jumbo, thanks for writing in. Oh, he says peace, love, and blessings to all. So thank you, Jumbo.
Tell him thank
you,
you
John.
as always for chiming in.
So hopefully we'll get a chance. Hopefully if we go to Tokyo, you could join us with Tokyo with your kid. And it'll all be like a big weekend, just like hang out.
I got my new Captain America shirt, so let's see if his son has that new Captain America shirt. when they're in
Oh,
Japan.
Jumbo
Absolutely.
throwing it down. There you go.
There you
Wait a
go.
minute. If we're doing a weekend meet up, it better be at a place where Rachel can book.
No, that's fair. I was just thinking the Captain.
Major hotel brands around the world.
There you go.
Boom, we'll make it work.
So you can book a hotel near Tokyo Disneyland.
Near it, yeah, right? Like if it's a Marriott or a
Yeah.
Hilton or a Hyatt or like those choice hotels.
Yeah, so you can get us there or a place to
I
stay.
can.
At least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, good.
Yes,
good.
sorry,
All
that's
right.
promising.
You
All right.
won't be roomless in Tokyo, that's for sure.
Okay, good.
That's good.
That's
sounds
all
like,
we ask. Anyway, Jumbo, look, man, thanks for writing in, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Who's next?
And our final email for this guest services segment is from Tommy N. Yeah, Tommy N, long time a weekend. It's been a long time since we heard from him. He used to be in the fantasy leagues. You know, so
Wow.
he used to be one of the original people to join the fantasy leagues.
I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But he wrote in. He's still around. He's still listening. He says, "Hey guys, this is Tommy from Los Angeles, another Californian. How about that?
California.
My favorite people.
The West Coast is
Yes.
alive
Whoop,
with
whoop.
listeners.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Popular in the West Coast. Great. I just wanted to drop in and say a quick hi. I'm not sure if you'll remember me, but once upon a time, I was part of the Fantasy Football League. Yes, I remember you, Tommy.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I saw your name pop up, but there was no doubt. I was like, oh my God, it's Tommy. That's
Yeah.
great. So
Tommy the Machine Gun.
there you
Yeah.
go. Yes.
Angel on the shoulder.
I can't remember if he won a Super Bowl, but I don't know. If you want to come back and go against Rachel, and that's a lot to ask. You
Us
gotta do some
hosts are
research.
pretty
on top
tough.
of that.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot to take us down.
Yeah.
Even Rachel.
Yeah. Oh, well,
We're like
especially
American,
Rachel.
Yeah,
Rachel
very
came on.
much.
Jeez.
Kirk is nipping at my heels, so.
It's only been a Thursday game, though.
He nips.
It's just
There's a
there.
lot
Oh,
of
no,
nipping.
I mean his record. I'm not playing Kirk this week.
Well,
Oh.
but still, like, yeah, when I beat him in the Super Bowl, he was talking so much trash because he did. He had a better team than I. He had a better record than I, and we even bet dinner. And I wouldn't even let the guy pay for me for dinner after I beat him.
Yeah.
in the
Terribly.
Super Bowl.
That's
But
fair.
Kirk's a good guy.
He is a great good.
There you
That's
go.
right. So the next time Kirk wins the Super Bowl will be the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, though. Tommy.
Anyway, Tommy, yeah,
Go ahead,
don't you
Tommy.
miss this? Come on back to the league. You can join us.
Yeah. It's not the same as it was the first time. We're fiercer now.
Yeah. But he goes on to say, it says, and around that time I got married to the love of my life, and each of you sent us amazing shout outs on the show. Apparently we gave him marriage tips and overall well wishes. It meant so much to them. You have no idea.
Cool.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Look,
Yeah.
Eli can talk love and marriage all day long. It's his favorite thing to talk about.
Yeah.
I like seeing couples in love and happy.
Yeah.
We
No, I
always
totally
want to.
remember.
We always want to put it together for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's obvious you're still listening. We definitely remember you, Tommy. mean, like, no, seriously, if you want to come back to the league, you just let us know.
Yeah,
when you're ready to deal with it.
We got that love.
And he goes on to say, where does the time go? This October, we'll be celebrating our 7th wedding anniversary.
Oh, Lord. Even I know.
And he goes, he says crazy, right?
Ooh.
No.
See?
What part of crazy? Just saying that? Or
Well, just like the fact that they've been married for 7 years. It doesn't feel like it's been 7 years, but apparently it was.
he never count. But yeah, God bless him. God bless him.
Anyway, he continues to say, well, shortly after the wedding, my wife developed some medical issues that obviously needed to take priority at the time.
Shit.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry to hear
no.
that. Is she okay? Or
Kevin, you got to get through this email.
Kevin, what time you called? You
Jesus.
you can't just lead it off with that.
I'm shutting up until Kevin finishes
Yeah.
this because this is
Yeah.
All right.
twisted his
We're a
turns.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
And he says, we never lost that Disney itch.
Or that loving feeling.
Oh, that loving feeling.
Oh.
Yes. And still visit Disneyland multiple times a month. Lucky.
Lucky you,
Very
man.
nice.
That is good.
That is
well,
beautiful.
not lucky because of the
Yeah,
medical
well, she's
issues,
okay.
but
Well, yeah,
Get to that
but
part.
you're keeping the magic going.
Yes.
Both parties believe and both encourage it. That's great.
And he
That's
says,
great.
and obviously I still listen to the show. So he's hearing every word that we're
That's
saying.
right. We helped you to keep that magic going with that advice. You stick with us, we'll stick with
Well,
you.
hopefully we entertained him like through all the stuff that he was going through.
'Cause
and
we're
whatever
distracting.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
Because we are
so.
distracting.
and I hope his wife's feeling better.
I hope so too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Tommy, if you want to shoot us a message just to,
Oh,
just
my
let
God,
us
yeah.
know.
Even off air, we won't even comment.
Yeah,
on
we
it.
won't. You just say,
let
hey,
us
you don't have to
know.
read this on air, and we'll just read it because we're just general
We
reference.
want
yeah.
the
Was
best
that the end of the
brother.
email?
No. He has one last
Oh, okay.
sentence.
He's going on. All right.
Yeah, he goes on. He says, "Look, I just wanted to thank you guys for everything that you
Oh.
do, and let you know how much we
Oh,
appreciate
sweet.
you all, and the show. Keep being awesome. Sincerely, Tommy."
Tommy!
That's
Tommy.
Nice.
Tommy,
Thank
yeah,
you.
man.
Tommy, I hope your wife is doing better.
Same.
Same. Yeah, I really hope so too, and hopefully we get to meet you because you've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
If that was 7 years ago, holy,
But that's awesome that if
Next time
we,
we're in Disneyland.
he's one
Yeah.
of the OG Mohicans for
Mohicans,
sure.
absolutely. And if we can keep him smiling through all of that and he comes back and says, thank you.
Well, obviously
Yeah.
we can do it for the Hurricane Milton people that were influenced.
Just
So
that's,
we spread
you
the
know,
love and the happiness.
Yeah, we're true.
And being able to go to Disneyland every weekend, that's like a cure-all.
Yeah.
Boy,
not for your finances.
Well,
It's
yeah.
a tough economy.
There is
though,
that.
Rachel.
There
It's
is
a tough
that,
economy.
You can't put a price on happiness.
that's a good point because I did
Yes, you can.
make a post about the Magic Key holders having when they
yeah.
renewed, it'd be more expensive than going to Tokyo Disneyland.
Ooh-wee.
That's
Oh,
not-
wow. Yeah, we're going to do that, right?
Yeah, at some point we're going to explore that. Maybe employ some of Rachel's travel knowledge to see
Okay.
what would be cheaper than doing our annual pass.
Rachel's travel knowledge? Oh, we can take a next year worth.
Oh, we got a whole
shows
yeah
off. Like,
season 6.
let the
There you
knowledge
go.
shine.
Yeah, I got to go and get that third and fourth job before to go to Japan.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Anyway, so Tommy, yeah, great to hear from you, man.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome to write
Yeah.
in anytime. Even if you just want to drop a line that we don't read on the show, but I figured
Yeah.
this was good
Yeah,
because I
man.
know you were around with a lot of the OG Mohicans that are still around here. Yeah, and so I'm glad to be able to read this email and glad to be able to share that you're doing all right. Hopefully you're doing all right.
Yeah.
Everything's
man.
good and that you're still listening and so that the Mohicans, even the OG Mohicans that were with you when we started, know that you're still around.
It's good to know that he's right. God bless
Yeah, man.
you,
All the best, dude. Hope
Yeah.
everything's good and keep on listening,
listening.
and
We'll do
communicating.
Yeah, we'll keep cheering
Yeah.
you up and whatever you need.
Whatever we can do,
We're
man.
here, man.
Whatever we can
They'll
do.
tell you, there's real personalities here, man. We love you.
Yeah, and if you want to reach out to us, show at magicourway.com. Very, very easy. Welcome to The Q, the segment in which we get to discuss all the news and happenings in the world of Disney today. And so we have a couple of news articles related to travel and going to the parks or whatever else. So I'm going to turn it over to our resident travel agent, Rachel. What do you got? What are we talking about today?
Yeah. So this first article is going to be a hurricane related article. Hurricane Milton hit through from west to east coast and Orlando in between this past week. And if you guys, I thought this would be a good opportunity to, like, during this article or while we're talking about it, if you have any questions about how Disney responded or, planning a trip during a hurricane or like pivoting on a trip during a hurricane. I did it all last week for clients. So I'm very fresh
That's right.
on all of I even had a client on a cruise that got canceled. Like, it was a
Oh my
whole
gosh.
saga. So
Oh,
anyway,
no.
Yeah, wholesale
Mohicans, she is seasoned for sure. So you can trust your vacation with her.
Yes, this is it's probably my fourth like hurricane that impacted people's. It was my second hurricane that actually closed the parks, but the fourth time that there's been a big enough one that people's travel plans got like kind of messed up. So
Experience.
I have experience.
Experienced.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, I seem to have a memory, Rachel. Let me ask you this. Have they ever closed for a tropical storm?
I'm going to say yes. And it was only because it was a tropical storm by the time it got to Orlando.
Okay.
Oh, so it was a hurricane when it was
But it was a hurricane when it hit. I believe it was Ian, was like a tropical storm by the time it was in Orlando.
Yeah.
Because I seem to have a memory of me and my family eating at Chefs de France in the middle of a tropical storm.
Oh, you've told
And
the story.
having
Yes.
to manage our way back to the room in the middle of
Tropical storm.
a tropical
Tropical
storm.
storm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Lovely.
that was like, whoa. But man, Disney handled it like it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was-
Yeah. They're pretty good at those.
Yeah, they did really, really, really
Just like
well.
us.
Yes.
Didn't
Yeah.
close, didn't do anything that
Yeah.
I remembered, but I'm trying to see if my memory here is faulty. So that's why I was asking.
Well, this is the second time since I've been a travel agent that there's been a big enough hurricane that's gone over Orlando that it really has impacted the parks to the point where they had to close them at least for 24 hours and that people in resorts had to shelter in place. And so just something to keep in mind too, if you are traveling down there during a hurricane or just during hurricane season, like you're just booking during hurricane season, it isn't the worst idea to spend a little extra money to get a hotel with interior doors. Because if you're in like a value resort that only leads to the exterior, like you go out your door and that's the outside, you are stuck in that room. You can't leave.
This is true.
Yeah.
And the clients that I had that went down, they were at Yacht Club. And so they got to like go to the lobby and see characters and like do, stuff that they had, or go to restaurants for the dining and that kind of thing. You can't do that if you're in a resort that has exterior doors. So just something to keep in mind if you're traveling hurricane season.
Like the
Smart.
Caribbean beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do the Caribbean
Yeah.
beach.
Ouch here.
Yeah.
Anyway, but speaking of which, because people were going to be sheltering in place, Disney offered in a number of their hotels a hurricane prep sandwich kit. So this is an article I'm reading from the Daily Beast, and it says Disney is taking heat for selling $10 peanut butter and jelly sandwich kits to guests stranded at one of its Orlando, Florida resorts amid the catastrophic threat of Hurricane Milton, which made landfall last night and has already killed 9 people. So this is an
Oh my
article.
gosh.
Yeah,
Paint
this is
that
an article
picture.
that came out yesterday, Thursday, October 10th. A viral TikTok posted by one guest marooned within Disney World highlights the kits. It comes with jars of peanut butter and jelly, a loaf of bread, and plastic utensils, prompting some commenters to praise the offering as thoughtful and many others to criticize the heavy price tag. And so people are kind of going back and forth on whether or not they think it's a good thing or a bad thing. This article goes on to say the video also appeared to show that the resort was selling some of its Disney-themed board games for a special hurricane deal of 25% off, presumably so that the guests have a way to pass the time, as 3.4 million Floridians have been left without power. Other videos posted by the same account, seemingly a Disney Resort fanatic account, showed wind and rain battering trees on the campus as the park's cast members in costumes continued to entertain the guests indoors.
That's confirmed that they were really doing that?
This is for real. That definitely happened. I had clients that reported that to me too. So this is not made up. That really happened.
A loaf of bread, a jar of peanut butter, and a jar of jelly.
Yes.
A loaf of bread.
A full loaf of bread,
Loaf of bread.
Jar of peanut butter, jar of
a jar of Jif peanut butter,
A stick of
and
butter.
Smucker's jelly.
That's $10 anywhere.
Yeah, about to say that's
Yeah.
about
What
the
are they
average price.
complaining
forever.
about.
But it's like, why we charge it?
Why we charge?
I mean, why? And we try to help.
Well, I mean, there are
but it
people
isn't-
that are there with them that are helping to make sure that everything is running smoothly and the resort is still operating and everything like that. So, I mean, you got to pay those people salaries.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying it's a stressful moment.
If you're getting a cost, though, I mean,
That's not.
I don't know what the prices are like where you are, Rachel, but $10 is about a loaf of bread, a jar of peanut butter, and a
Give or take.
Oh,
jar
yeah.
of jelly.
I don't even eat jelly. Like so. the
Oh man, I
peanut
had one
butter-
today, dude. I love those sandwiches.
The peanut butter and
Peanut
jelly.
butter and jelly.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
still a kid.
They don't owe people a free meal, though. I mean, that's
Well, it's during a disaster, right?
not really a disaster. I mean, I would say. I mean, it's more of a
Maybe not in Orlando.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's less of an emergency when you're that much more inland,
Which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Because compared to us,
So
for sure.
by the time it hit
Sure.
Orlando, it was probably like category
I think it was
1.
a 1. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
So there you go.
I do think there was a moment where my clients who had their cruise canceled, they were going to try to get down before the storm and then like weather the storm in a hotel and then do the cruise after, because the cruise wasn't supposed to take off till today, Friday. And what I had told them, I was like, as soon as you get off the plane, you have to go to a grocery store and get food, because you have no idea if you're going to be able to get out of your hotel room to get food. So I do think having something like this was thoughtful of Disney to offer, because those people may not have been able to get to grocery stores. And $10 does seem kind of reasonable for a full loaf of bread, a full jar of Jif, and a full jar of jelly.
Yeah,
No,
it's more
absolutely.
reasonable. And not only that, they're sending characters over to your resort to meet you for free.
Yeah, there were a lot
That's
more
cool.
characters at the
Yeah,
resort.
they were doing things in the resort to help people feel like it was a good day. And look, not for nothing, I like a resort day.
You like a resort? Yeah.
Oh, I
do.
love
Like,
a resort
breather
day.
would that hurt?
This resort day was a little limiting if you,
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
You thought they would have did Peter Pan peanut butter though.
Did
Yeah,
they?
they must have a contract.
They didn't say brand, did they? Or
Mhm.
oh, they did.
Yeah.
It was Jif.
Yeah,
was
well, she
Jif.
said Jif. That's
Wow.
why that made me think like, wait,
And
there's a
Smucker's jelly.
I'm about to say Smuckers, because they even got Smuckers all over the park.
park. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of bread? Did they bake the bread? That would have been awesome.
'Cause it doesn't
Oh.
look like there's a brand on the bread, so it might just be whatever like loaves of bread they get for the
Food
parks.
service bread. Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
toasty bread.
Sodexo.
Okay. Well,
So now,
that's
what did they do for the people when when the parks were closed and people have park tickets, park reservations, that kind of thing? What did they do for them?
So they were much more flexible about their cancellation and refund policies on their tickets in general. But if you had tickets that, like, for example, I had clients that were supposed to leave Thursday. So their tickets would have expired on Thursday. Their tickets were extended out to today, so they could use the last day of their tickets today instead. Even then, Disney was working with people to extend them out further if they needed that, or, whatever. So they've been really flexible with their reschedule. They waived all of their cancellation penalties. They refunded people's Halloween party tickets. So they were trying to be really flexible and accommodating. The biggest issue was the hold times to get through. It was hours to get through the phone lines, but that was my problem, not my client's problem.
And that's why you book with a travel agent.
Yeah.
We've gone on trips before where we've extended once we get that notification, and we'll add another day or two onto our stay because we can move the flights around a little bit. I mean, obviously you're still paying full price for the room because, well, Disney's not going to give you a break on that. But at the same time, it allowed us 2 extra days of vacation in the Magic Kingdom or Epcot or wherever. So it worked out well for us, and we were happy.
And I think actually if the hurricane is at like Florida, if it's in Orlando, like my clients were supposed to leave Thursday, they ended up not being able to get another flight out until Sunday because the airport was closed yesterday. And they didn't get a break on Saturday night at the hotel, but they mentioned to me that they got a discounted rate for Friday night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang.
Good for
Yeah.
Disney, man. Good for Disney.
Dude, I'll take that peanut butter and jelly.
Damn straight.
$10?
I do think they were trying to, I think Disney's trying to do right by people if they can.
Yeah.
Were the restaurants open?
Yes, they were.
Oh,
But
wow.
You weren't allowed to like leave your room/resort.
So you could have gotten, well, I don't know if you could have gotten like room service, I guess.
Oh no, I don't think nobody's
no,
bringing that
I
to
don't
your
think
room.
room service was
Okay.
no.
No.
Actually, room service really hasn't returned since COVID. It's not really
Oh.
a thing. There's mobile order, but not really room service.
Oh.
I was gonna say
this is true.
tip your staff.
I know, I
Yeah.
know.
Bringing
Yeah.
you that burger.
Well, look, shout out to all the cast members that did that worked the storm crew, as they
Yes,
call
the
it.
ride out cruise.
Yeah, ride out
yes.
crew, yeah. It was
They were
awesome.
great.
I mean, I hope it got time and a half, if not more.
Yes.
yeah.
I hope they got hooked up, and I'm really glad, for them too, especially if they live local to Orlando, that things didn't end up being as bad in Orlando as they thought was possible.
Yep.
So-
yeah.
All right. So the next story is about a brand new restaurant opening at Disney's Boardwalk Resort, and it is the Cake Bake Shop.
Cake bake.
Cake
Bake. We talked about the Cake Bake Shop quite a while ago.
I remember
Kevin,
that.
maybe,
Mhm.
maybe you can put in the show notes whatever the number of the show was where we talked about Cake Bake. It was a while ago.
Oh, it was a Q show, so it could have been any number of ones.
Yeah.
But it's all good. They're hearing this one now. in the
Yes,
present.
you're hearing it now.
This
We're
is
gonna-
happening
Latest.
now.
Don't go back to past
Take our
us.
word for it. We
Yeah.
talked about it.
Yeah, we talked
look
all about
forward.
good stuff.
We did.
All
talk
that
about
good
it.
stuff. Shake and cake bake.
At the time, we had sort of brought up the menus of the other cake bake shops in the country because this is a chain. So it won't be the first cake bake shop. It could be the last. We don't know.
Oh.
Oh.
Already coming with
Oh,
it.
those poor brick and mortar stores.
Ouch.
They're just failing.
A little bit of heat. But so they have posted outside their shop pictures of the menu, or not just pictures, but like the menu. You know how you go up to the outside of a restaurant, you can kind of look at the menu before you decide if you want to eat there. And so they have posted the menu. I should mention that this is going into the old ESPN like sports bar and grill
In Boardwalk,
location.
yeah.
Yeah, it used to be.
Da-na-na.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rachel wins.
Yes, indeed.
So they posted these menus, and so we have a sense of what the menu will be, and it is a surprise. So alarming.
Is it? Why so? What makes you say that, Rachel?
Yeah. So, well, we had kind of seen some of their menu prices before when we talked about this the last time, and we noted that they were somewhat expensive. We were a little surprised, and this has not disappointed. So the headline on a lot of the articles is the egg sandwich. I have not seen a picture of this egg sandwich, so we don't know, like, is this on French bread? Is this, we don't know the details of what it looks like.
Okay.
Rachel, before you tell us the price, Rachel, make sure you describe it, and then maybe we can guess.
We're going to do a Price is Right on the sandwich.
Yeah, so just
Cake,
describe
I'm
what
sorry.
are we getting with if I order an egg sandwich, Rachel? What we got going on?
So it just says egg sandwich.
That's it.
That's the description. Egg sandwich.
Egg
Oh,
sandwich.
it's not all fancy regula bread or something like that.
Well,
No, we
let's
have no
let's
details.
define a egg sandwich, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a McMuffin, but
well, to me, it's like bread at least.
Yeah.
I got some egg.
Mayonnaise.
And I do mayonnaise.
Yeah. Some
Oh.
mustard.
I don't know
Oh
if
man, the croissant sandwich at Burger King. I like the croissant aspect
God.
of that.
if the
It
bread
on
was
a
a croissant with an egg. and
Yeah.
all this- okay.
Yeah. Maybe a green pepper. Is that possible?
I always did just egg and mayonnaise. I've never done the green pepper or anything or cheese even. I know some people do cheese on their egg sandwich.
I mean, if it's
Why not?
if it's experimented on.
Bacon, cheese, ham, all that would work.
So
Okay.
let's say they do a cheese and like a really expensive cheese and maybe like
Like a Gruyere.
a Gruyere.
Okay.
And
A
these,
pan
these
Gruyere.
hens were massaged.
Oh, we.
And these are the nicest eggs you'll ever meet.
Free range chicken
free
eggs.
range chicken eggs that were
Okay.
massaged and it had a bibbidi bobbidi boutique spa
Yeah,
day.
they had the
every time.
They
Okay.
went to census.
Yeah,
before they
it's
had
like
the egg.
Wagyu beef but Wagyu chicken.
Okay,
All right.
So
now we talking.
So and then you got I don't know bread.
all the
I can only think croissant because it's just how it's made. I don't know if there's a more
Ooh-wee.
expensive bread. Sourdough is definitely not more expensive than croissant. French
it
bread.
did not say
It didn't
croissant.
say.
That
I feel
says-
like it would say
yeah.
croissant. if
Oh,
was
it
a
should say croissant.
And plus the Disney upcharge. $12 to $14.
12 to 14. Okay, so what do you think?
Ooh, thinking
$1. No, just kidding.
$9.50.
$9.50.
$9.50.
$9.50.
$9.50. You're at. You said you had 12 to 14?
I said 12 to 14, I think I said.
I'll say straight 18.
18.
18. Yeah.
Damn.
That's beyond.
Because you
Yeah.
said Disney upcharge. I was like,
I am thinking Disney.
I'll just,
I'm factoring in the Disney upcharge
yeah.
12 to 14.
Egg sandwich, don't no meat, nothing like that.
I mean, you know how much eggs cost.
I mean, I assume there's meat.
This
but
is
I don't
free
know.
Well,
range.
I mean, the protein is the egg. If you're doing an egg sandwich, by definition,
Okay.
what I grew up with is what I just said:
okay.
egg, mayonnaise, bread.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I say $18 because it's Disney, and they say the other price.
$45.
So where are we at with
Where
that?
we
We even
at?
close?
Okay.
Did we go
No.
over? Did we go
Well,
over? Did we go over?
You did not go over.
Do we all
You
need to
did
bid
not go
again?
over.
Yeah,
You
do
all
we
need
need
to
to
bid
bid
again.
do we
Okay,
need
we
to
don't need to
That's
bid
a
again.
fair
Okay, that's
question.
good. So where are we at with
You-
this?
You're under.
Under. All of us?
Yes. It's $23.
That egg better chirp.
Did Hey lay these eggs?
That
Like,
better be the most
what?
delicate
Wow.
bread and fresh made mayonnaise ever.
Here's a quick follow up. So if you wanted to just get a croissant, just a croissant,
Okay.
Okay, Danny likes croissant.
I do love the croissant.
Just like I do too. I love
Just-
croissant.
just a la
A
carte.
regular
just a
croissant.
croissant.
Okay.
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
$8.
I'm going for $12 now.
That's what I'm
No,
thinking.
no, it's
but
okay. It's okay.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
$12 for a croissant.
$8 for
now.
a croissant?
$12.
Kevin?
Just for giggles, I'll say $1.
Okay.
What, $1? Good Lord.
I think
How
go
much for a
over.
croissant?
Eli nailed it.
Really?
Hey, happy
Yeah.
times. Look at you.
I thought, after egg salad with that high, I was like, anything is happening.
What'd you
For
say for
a
croissant?
croissant.
All bets are
What'd you say for
off.
croissant? How much?
$12.
Jeez.
$12.
$12.
I'm
for
thinking
piece-
a regular. Okay, so we live in New Orleans, has a lot of French influence, and we know croissants, and we know how big croissants are.
Yeah.
And you're telling
Yeah.
me that sucker that I normally buy on an everyday basis for like maybe $2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
$12.
I can't believe you win $1. I mean, like the egg sandwich, like I was like $9.50 because I figured they would have said
He thought
$5.
we overbid. That's
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it was like it was
Price is
fun.
Right rule.
That's right.
Dang,
Yeah.
12. Yeah, 12 had to be it. I mean,
$12.
piece of bread.
No regular size croissant is $12.
Oh,
$20 for
I don't think you can get a $12 croissant in France.
Nope.
That's like rice to them. It's like, oh, we make a croissant, no problem. I make a million of these every day, easy.
And you said this place is going out of business because I can see why.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that it's actually going out of business. I was just speculating that it
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think
A rough
it'll last
season.
long in Disney.
Okay.
All
well,
that money. Wow.
The others, there's two more standouts just on the breakfast menu, but this one was wild to me. At Fruit Plate, that's what it's called. Just Fruit Plate.
Oh, good.
Oh, like a continental breakfast at most other hotels.
All right.
Just says Fruit Plate.
Fruit plate.
How many? There's a lot of fruit. Big plate.
grapes,
Of fruit.
cantaloupe, melon
Let's imagine
salad.
it's the most impressive fruit plate you've ever seen. I mean, I don't have a picture or anything, so I don't know. But like,
Okay.
Uh,
If it's the most awesome fruit plate ever seen,
16.
28.
28. Now you're just going really high.
What?
There's no way.
I'm thinking the most impressive fruit plate. Like all the fruit.
Croissant you have to bake. Fruit you just wash.
But it gotta look good. It can't be. It gotta look pure. Like
That's
the
why
fruit.
you wash
You
it.
got to grow it, Danny.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
In the soil
it gotta,
of
all the color gotta come
Lake
out.
Minnetonka.
Free range fruit.
I'm gonna say $38 just for giggles.
38.
oh,
That's what I'm
geez.
about.
Okay, that's
That-
crazy.
y'all are going too far.
That's
Do
too
a
much.
date.
All right,
Okay.
I
What
went a
is,
little
what
too
is the
far.
price? Who got closest?
Eli is close. It's $26.
Son of a-
Damn,
How
Eli
you doing?
won again.
Come on, man. You ain't learned the egg sandwich rule going forth with this price in here?
How is fruit more expensive than a croissant?
I'm just saying. She said the most impressive fruit plate possible. So it was like
I did
every
say
fruit, it was all looking
The
good.
Carmen
it was all show.
Miranda.
No,
Full
Danny,
on.
it
It was
depends
all
on how much
big.
money you slip the fruit driver. Have you not learned anything from Ratatouille? Best restaurants get first pick.
Not
There we
a
go.
chance in hell.
$1,000 they paid
The
for that
hell
fruit.
with this place.
Yeah.
No, that's
The most expensive item on the breakfast menu is the crab cake eggs Benedict, and that is
Ooh,
$42.
$2. I knew it. I
Son
knew
of
it.
a-
I miss cat core.
Boy, I could have
so
got that
much.
one. I could have got that one.
$42.
Dude, I got a eggs Benedict for like 15 the other day at Ralph's when we went
Yeah.
with JP
Yeah.
and that.
The top item on the dinner menu is the charcuterie board. There's no details here, right? So I don't know exactly what this looks like, but
For charcuterie board.
it's on the appetizers menu. An appetizer charcuterie board.
We were thinking like meat, dried meats, cheeses,
Cheeses.
relishes, maybe
Some
pickles,
fruits, right?
Some fruits, pickled fruits.
This place will be
charcuterie
out. Here's my guess. This place will be out of business in a year. I'm going with a
pretty
year,
Yeah.
and I'll take the under on that as well. Like, yeah, that's what I'm setting my bar at about a year. They're already broken out of business.
There's gonna be some good cheese and fruit though. We
Dave,
missing out on.
I'll say 4.
4 years?
4
4
years is
years.
a good
Wow.
round number. Everybody went to high school 4 years. Usually go to college 4 years. I
Eli,
think that's the contract that drops it up.
I think it comes down to the lease that they had decided to rent out the place, pretty much. So if it's a 6-year lease, that's where they're staying at.
Oh, you're going higher than me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am looking at the charcuterie board on their
Oh
Yelp
yes.
results.
Oh, what do we got?
I want to see if I wait. Can I show my screen here?
Yes, you can share
Yeah.
your screen like
Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Yes,
just
indeed.
like Zoom. So Rachel's going to share a screen like Zoom. We're using StreamYard. Shout out StreamYard if you
Can
want
you
to.
see it?
Yeah, they will.
Okay,
oh.
we're about to.
Oh, it looks like a pagoda. It's a pagoda of charcuterie.
that's salami, olives,
That's a blue cheese
and
of some
cheese
sort.
and a
Yeah.
couple of grapes.
Couple of
A
grapes.
smoked and so you know the price for this.
I do know the price for this, but I don't know if this is the exact charcuterie board. I just searched charcuterie board on their Yelp page, and so these are the the visuals I'm getting when I search charcuterie board on the Cake Bake Shop Yelp page.
You're paying for presentation here.
Rachel, no matter how many times you
That's
change the
a good
picture, it still doesn't impress me.
It's very consistent, right? It's like a small 2-tier salami. There's not a ton of meat. There's
Blue
maybe 2 cheeses. There's like
some
a blue
prosciutto.
cheese, and then more like a crumbly cheddar.
gabagool.
There's
some kind of
pickles,
pickle.
some olives.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't
And some
like
bread,
olives.
some crusty bread. But folks, the bread is on the platter, so that is taking up some space. Oh, and grapes. There's grapes.
Do you get any sort of
Massage?
You should probably find how this is, but I'm like mustards. Do you get all that variety of mustards?
the
and
accoutrement?
condiment?
The
Yeah.
It should come with a happy ending, not a
Happy charcuterie.
wow.
$35. I'm calling it $35.
Wait, I got it.
$35.
Okay.
35 is a good guess.
$35.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll go with 42 just because.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. So we don't know if this is the actual pay. It could be bigger than this.
It could be bigger. We don't know.
You think the Disney version is going to be bigger than that?
No, I'm saying it could be. I'm not saying it is. I haven't seen it.
Just for the viewer's sake, we have 5 very consistent looking photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of a charcuterie board at the Cake Bake Shop.
Cheese, fruit, pickle, and bread. That's it.
Okay, I just know.
And maybe prosciutto.
Maybe prosciutto.
Maybe that sounds so fancy.
I hope
pants.
it's prosciutto at least.
What did you say?
We went 30. I went with 42.
He went
just to be
42. I went
safe.
35.
You said 35.
You going with a multiple
38.
of 7? You want to say 28 just for giggles?
No, because like it's got all the fancy stuff in it. So I would go and say 37, like 37.50.
$2 more. Okay.
That's the price is right. You just undercut Kevin by $1.
No, I'm going for
$2.
I'm going for accuracy. I mean, but if it's more than what you said, I'm like, God, dog.
You're not even halfway there.
It's $62.
Wait, time out. Before you wait, none of us were halfway there?
No, none of you are halfway there.
Wait. A charcuterie, bread, cheese, fruit, pickles. Rachel, what is the freaking price of this thing?
$78.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, for $78, there's a cast member that treats you like Fogo de Chao. For people that don't know what Fogo de Chao is, it's a place where you get all the meat you want. You have
Brazilian
to like,
chasca,
they
yeah.
just keep. I must want all the charcuterie board. I want all the salami, all the olives, all the what you call it, regula cheese.
I want guys with
all that.
swords delivering it to me.
Dang!
This menu doesn't have any details. It just says charcuterie board.
I never would have guessed that.
$78.
If you're watching the video version, I walked off screen. I couldn't believe it.
$78. The pig needs to be walking across.
And
you.
Rachel said it was an appetizer.
Dang.
It's on the hors d'oeuvre menu.
I purposely went high on just as I was like, there's no way. And I'm the closest, really? Like,
We were not.
I was with you. I was giving that 30. I did not think it would go that
that's
high.
not $70-something. No, I mean, that is my goodness. Oscar Mayer could put together a charcuterie
And I would
board.
eat Oscar Mayer's charcuterie board.
It
Yeah,
got to be a
it's more impressive
charcuterie.
than that.
Maybe it's a charcuterie table
It's like a
for that
Tesla.
much of money. Like you
Yeah.
just walk in, you sit there. It's
If you
all,
could eat the table, yes. If the table
Off
was
of a
made out
half-naked
of
drummer.
It's
bread
gotta
and
be-
cheese,
Slow down now.
yes.
I don't know.
I got his attention.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I was just like, that's
Wow.
a serious price.
Slow down a little bit.
Serious.
$73. I didn't expect
Yeah.
that.
78.
Dang, I want some Jif now.
I also can't totally tell if this is for a full cake or just a slice, but it appears that the slices of cake are $26.
Woo.
Oh,
I mean-
man.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it depends on the lease. Of
Not a
this-
chance in hell.
All right. So, new show. What is cheaper? What Disney park is cheaper to travel to other than ordering stuff from Cake Bake Shop?
Jeez.
I could probably
Yeah.
go to Tokyo Disneyland for cheaper than I'm going to get stuff
Are you
from Cake Bake
kidding?
Shop.
No.
I mean, it says cake. The menu says cakes.
Yeah.
And then it says Gwendolyn's famous Earl Court chocolate cake.
I remember
$26.
Yeah,
and
jeez.
maybe it is for the full cake. I don't know. But the prices on the rest of the menu are such like a lemon bar is $16. So why would a
Jeez.
full cake be $26? So I think it's just for a slice.
And these prices that they're charging is the same prices that they would charge at any other location anywhere else in the world.
Good
Yeah, no,
point.
I'm going to check that out. I think because I do remember us looking at their menus like in other location before, and we were like shocked at how expensive
Dude,
it
I
was.
was going to
ridiculous.
say it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, guys, the cakes on their website are $115.
It's cheaper to get toe reconstruction than this cake bake stuff.
Cheaper to get a massage than no.
This has to be like the slice has to be like a quarter because if their full cakes are 100 and a slice is like 20, it's got to be a quarter. 26.
Yeah.
That's at least a quarter.
Maybe a fifth.
That is confidence in your product.
If it's like a thin slice, that is a ripoff.
No, that's ridiculous.
The prices on the other menus are high. They're not as high as the Disney one. So, for example, the turkey and Gruyere sandwich at their Broad Ripple Village location is $18. But then at the Disney location, the turkey and Gruyere sandwich is $23. So it is more expensive. Like everything's a little bit more expensive at the Disney location.
Dang, you said the place was Broad Rip-Off Village. That's just rough. But
the menu's like the same, guys. So I bet that charcuterie board is the $78. Dang. That one that we just saw a picture of, because everything else looks the same on the menus.
That is not worth. If that's the exact picture, that is not worth $78. That is not.
I can't imagine they make $1. Like, seriously, I can't imagine anybody spending any money on this.
I hope they take the money and turn it into a cake and then maybe I eat that.
Any restaurant on property is going to be better than this. Like
Rachel, I like corn dogs. Rachel, can I get a corn dog from
you can right outside.
Right outside. Can I just go to the cart right outside of Cake Bake Shop?
Oh,
you want the corn dog? You want the cake bake corn dog for $250?
I'll get a corn dog. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
guys, you guys are from Louisiana. A single crab cake with remoulade is $36.
Crab cake just comes over and just lays over. Like, you can just take me now. Wow.
Anyway.
Is that what happens?
Fair enough.
Cake Bake Shop.
Cake No Shop.
No way.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Wait, do they have like coffee at least?
Yes.
$85. Cafe only, $85.
How much is the coffee? Do they have prices on the coffee?
That's a good... Let me pull that up. I know that I was talking to Josh about the kids menus. The kids menu, the cheapest thing for a child there is $18. So we were like laughing about that. But the hot chocolate was $10. And I thought that was pretty rich.
That's some good marshmallows.
Man, Swiss Miss ain't never had it so good.
Must be brought in from the dog.
I don't see like plain old coffee on the menu. I see like an Americano. I guess that's pretty much
close
plain
enough.
coffee.
Yeah.
That's $6. It's a little high, but it's not like, I mean, I wouldn't scoff at it.
I would coffee.
Charcuterie board.
No.
$6.
At a sit-down restaurant, I would pay $6 for a coffee. I mean, the Gwendolyn's famous Cosmopolitan, which like the 90s called and they want their cocktail back, $26.
Yikes.
That's more than quarter prices.
Yeah.
Hey, book a vacation with Rachel to the French Quarter in New Orleans is a lot cheaper than the Cake Bake Shop.
Holy moly.
Oh, a Sazerac is $24.
No.
Yeah, that's like $8.
No.
Jeez.
Again, book a vacation with Rachel in New Orleans and you get a Sazerac for cheap.
Vacation with Rachel, and you'll say, hey, Rachel, what do you think about that Cake Bake Shop? And Rachel will say, have you checked the menu?
Listen to show number 546.
I'd rather just make like dishes out of cash and then eat that, because that's just pretty much a better effect than them cake bake in my wallet.
Like Grand Floridian vibes. Like it looks pretty in there.
But I don't think the Grand Floridian is that expensive.
No, I was going to say Grand Floridian would never do this.
Maybe Victoria and Albert's, but
that's fair.
Well, you got to put on a suit. Okay.
But that's a whole presentation.
That's a whole
vibe. Yeah.
Man. I mean, this is the Cake Bake Shop.
Cake bake.
It is the Cake Bake Shop. Yeah.
Jeez.
All right.
Damn,
Yikes.
Man. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
that's deep.
When is it opening? Do we know when it's opening?
It doesn't have an official date yet, but the walls just came down, and that's why we can see the menu.
Oh,
okay.
Well, I can tell you this: like, I wasn't a big fan of the boardwalk when I stayed there, and now I really don't want to stay back there.
All right, just for giggles, I want to do this.
Okay.
I have a quick question. This is kind of along the lines of our magical musings episode, but I guess adjacent to the Cake Bake Shop price thing that Rachel just talked to us about. I want to ask you guys this question because I do have some strong feelings about this one.
Okay.
And it is, what Disney snack is the most overrated in your mind?
Overrated.
Overrated Disney snack.
Oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
It's easy for me too. So give me a second. Just think about it. We can't say the Cake Bake Shop because we already did that.
That's just overpriced.
No, yeah, that is way overpriced.
I feel like I'm about to throw down some fighting words, but
Ooh, no, that could be fun.
Oh, we're going to see how this works out then.
That'd be awesome if all three agree.
The Dole Whip.
Yeah.
So Dole Whip. Eli says Dole Whip.
Yeah.
What do you say?
As my top overrated, it wouldn't be Dole Whip. I like the Dole Whip. I do agree that pineapple Dole Whip's a little overrated, but
Exactly.
I do really like it.
After 3 or 4
it's
bites.
Overpriced,
Yeah,
though.
your teeth start
It's
to
priced
melt.
reasonably.
No,
It's
it wasn't
overrated.
overpriced.
Yeah,
It was just
overrated.
overrated.
Overrated. Yeah, I know. I still I like the Dole Whip. I'm okay. Have you had the coconut one?
The coconut Dole Whip?
I don't think
I'm
so.
not really a
gosh.
big fan of coconut.
Every time I have a Dole Whip, I have 3 bites that I'm good, and I just throw the rest in a trash can.
That
I love
coconut
coconut.
Dole Whip is incredible.
I don't know
You
if
can
you get it
swirl
from
it with the
them.
pineapple, and
Okay.
oh my gosh, when I go to Magic Kingdom in a couple weeks, I have to get it.
No, I don't blame you.
Smear it all over
If
yourself.
that's
Okay.
your if
That's
that's
how
your
good it is.
walkout with like getting the root beer float, I totally get you, Rachel. I
Yeah.
totally get that. But
All right, but that's a good answer. I do agree. It's a little overrated. Like they make backpacks with it on there. It's a little
Right.
much.
yeah,
It is a lot.
Um,
but it gets the most hype too.
It
That's the thing.
does. It's made up to be this really wonderful thing, and after, like I said, 3 bites, you're like,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Mine is the churro, and I'm going to explain what I mean. So I've heard about the Disney churros, since before we took our trip. We got one on our first Walt Disney World trip, and I thought it was trash, but not good. Like not worth eating. And then when I came back, everyone's like, oh, you got it at Disney World. They're not good there. You have to get it at Disneyland.
Disneyland,
So I was
yeah.
like, okay, fair. I didn't get it at Disneyland. Maybe you're right. So we went to Disneyland and we got a churro. Again, I did not think it was that exciting. And then the next time we went to Disneyland, I said, well, maybe we got a bad one. Let's try again. I'm done with churros, guys. And I like cinnamon and sugar.
Wow.
I love like the churro toffee at Disneyland. I'm obsessed with the churro toffee. I like those flavors. The actual churro itself it's like cinnamon and sugar on cardboard. It's what is that? I don't why and you gotta
Okay.
carry I hate the churros.
Cinnamon on a napkin.
Do you like beignets at least?
I love beignets.
Okay, good.
I love
Okay,
fried dough.
I could see the churro being overrated, but like the churro is never something that I've heard. Now, again, it all comes down to the individual, but it's never been something I'm like, when you go to Disney, you've got to try the churro.
Oh, for me, it's Disneyland. You got to try the churro.
Okay,
Yes,
is that what
I
it
I've
was
is?
always,
talking
I've
about
always heard that for
Disneyland.
me. Yeah, Disneyland. The
Yeah.
churros apparently are much better than Walt Disney World.
Okay, I've always heard about
No, they're not.
I've heard about Mickey bars. I've heard about turkey legs. I've heard about Dole Whips. Churros are in the mix, but not necessarily.
The top of the heap.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my overrated snack, churros.
Okay.
But I hear you on the Dole Whip. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
I
see
can see that.
Kevin, do you have one?
I do. Actually, I'm gonna say the Mickey pretzel.
Oh.
A lot of people love that Mickey shaped pretzel and stuff. I'm not talking about the stuffed cheese, jalapeno, cream
Yeah,
cheese,
those
whatever
are
the
good.
hell you
Oh
got.
yeah, when yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are my sweet cream. I don't care. You can
Pluffed.
stuff whatever
Puff
you
it.
want in that sucker. It is delicious. But I'm talking about the Mickey shape with the ears and I'm editing, so I'm gonna say the ton of salt.
There's a lot of
Dude,
there's a lot
no,
of-
seriously, Rachel, me, my middle daughter, Lily, we're just sitting there. She wanted to get one, and our last trip in May, and we're sitting there eating it, and they had like the plastic ass cheese, and
Yes.
we're just like, this is gross. and to be fair, the day before we both had a baseline Tap House pretzel, which is
well,
far
that's not a fair
superior.
comparison. Yeah.
But it just makes you think. It's like, God, they're selling the Mickey pretzel everywhere, and people love it and they buy it, and it's just so salty, and the cheese is so fake, and it's just like, well, we didn't even finish it. It was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like
See
it.
that. Wait, I got a question then. Wait, hold up. If we're doing like kind of random Disney
Sure,
questions,
yeah, why not? What you got?
which Disney resort would you never stay at?
Oh.
Ooh.
My answers. I could give you my answer right now, but I'll let
Saratoga
y'all-
Springs.
No, I've stayed there.
I know.
Pop Century.
Oh, what?
No
Why?
interest whatsoever in the
Interesting.
theming at Pop Century.
You like the art?
I don't need it. No,
so
I don't need to
good.
stay in a building that's themed after a Rubik's Cube or a Pac-Man game or whatever. Like, really? I'm at Disney. Like, of all the theming, this
I
is
love
what I'm
Pop
doing.
Century.
I'm not saying it's not a great hotel. I'm just saying, like, there's just nothing there that I want. I don't want to book my vacation on the basis of I might see a hula hoop, like
Well, I mean, that's
something that used to be fashionable, fatty, whatever you want to call it.
Got like the beach theme, right? Like, volleyball.
Beach?
one.
It's not beach.
Nah, it
It's
doesn't
just
have a beach
fad
theme.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's all like,
Fads.
whatever was
Fads.
big at one point in time,
Right.
they made a building out of it. And I'm like,
Man.
that just has nothing to do with any kind of theming I would want to experience.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool.
I'm not saying it's a terrible resort. I'm just saying on its face, yeah. I have turned down Pops and Tree every time. Anytime anyone has ever said no, just no.
Never across the board. Never give it a
Never,
shot.
ever would I stay there.
Ever?
Ever.
Never ever.
I am open to most Disney resorts. And I don't know if I could say this, but I'll go ahead and say it. But I'm gonna go in Walt Disney World. I'm going with the B Hotel that's in the Disney World
Oh.
Village Resort.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't even know that one.
It's like outside
You don't
Disney
have
Resort.
to. No, you don't have to. It's one of it's on the property of what would Walt Disney World call the good neighbor, but it's like it's on Disney property and stuff.
Okay.
But the B Hotel, I mean, okay, so it's nice. I have experience with this. I've stayed there a bit.
You pollinated?
I pollinated. No, I didn't pollinate.
You did not.
No, I there's no bees and stuff happening.
There's no bees.
No, or birds.
No bee. Oh, well, that's automatically bad theming.
It is.
Boom.
It is. But this hotel has got to have the slowest ass elevators ever in the
Oh
world.
no.
I'm telling you, it's like to get from my room, which is probably maybe on the 24th floor or something like that, to get to the ground floor just so I can get to the shuttle to get to the parks. I think I wasted half a day.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That it could have been. It took. I mean, I'm over exaggerating, of course, but it took forever to get down.
So you stayed there.
I've stayed there. I have experienced it, and that's enough for me to never say no. I will not go
Never
back.
again.
Never again.
Okay.
It is a good additional price. It is on Disney property, and it has all the transportation benefits as a regular Disney hotel. But I've stayed at other Disney Village resorts right there,
Mm-hmm.
and the elevators are not as bad as that. Holy I don't understand it.
All based on the elevators. Wow.
It was terrible. I'm like, dude, are we ever going to get down?
It's like that, huh?
Yeah, and then it's like, are we ever going to get out? We do that.
We can't get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Rachel, you got one?
I have had the luck, the good fortune, I don't know, the blessing to stay at most every Disney hotel. I've stayed at almost all of them. The only ones I have not stayed at are the Boardwalk Hotel, which is on my list. I
You
gotta
ain't
do it
missing
soon.
nothing.
all right.
But I've stayed in that area. I've stayed at beach and yacht, so I kind of know it. I haven't stayed at Old Key West, but I really want to.
Oh, that's nice.
I like
Yeah.
Key West. That's the OG Vacation Club resort.
Actually, wait, I take
Yeah.
it back. I take it back. In May, I just stayed there for 2 nights with my colleagues, but I didn't book the room. That's why I forgot. But I did stay there, and I did
Oh,
actually
okay.
like it. It was
All
great.
right. All right.
So never mind. Take back Key West. I have stayed there
I
now.
like Key West.
So Boardwalk and All Star Sports is the only other one I haven't done.
I could see
And-
All-Star Sports being a no-go.
But I've stayed at the other All Stars, and I thought they were fine. My least favorite Disney resort out of all the ones I've stayed at, so that's everything except for Boardwalk and All Star Sports, is Port Orleans Riverside.
Oh, yeah. That's another one that would be on my list of places because I don't need anything themed to a place that I'm coming from.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, I was
thinking.
gonna say the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like that's like the last on my list because I live there,
Mhm.
but I would stay there only for the sheer pride of supporting where I come from.
Yeah, I don't. I
Nah,
yeah.
worry about that.
I'm the opposite. Yeah.
Oh
worry
no,
about that.
I'm all about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're either staying in the swamp or you're staying on the plantation, and neither of those are feelings that I need.
Nope.
Me too. I'm with you there.
100%.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot there for me for the theming, and it's just huge. And so if you're not staying like right near the like main area, you got a really long walk or a really long bus ride around the perimeter. And for me, the number one reason why Riverside is not really useful is French Quarter is always the same price, and it's much smaller, and the food court is better in my opinion. The bars, like the bar situation is so much better. There's beignets. There's just like so much more that is wonderful about French Quarter. And so I'd just rather stay there.
I get that.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
And you
100%.
know what's better than that, Rachel, is coming to the real thing.
Yeah.
There you go. That's his one. That's his one. Every time she
Yeah.
wants to
That's it.
talk about Port Orleans,
It
here
was.
you go.
Here you go. That's
There
right.
he is.
We'll have Kirk show me the swamp.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that.
And Eli, you agreed?
I agree with Rachel.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, because it was the same thing. I'm from here. I don't need to see. Although I had like a real crazy story one time about the pool, but
Long Island iced tea. Yeah. You
cast
love
member
that
was
thing.
good to bring me back. I probably should not have made it back, but good for him.
You did.
But other than that, yeah, I agree with her that it's very expansive. So like if I'm trying to figure out how to, catch the bus to get to the park, oh man, that's like 2 different ways. I got to do a whole trek to get there. And don't even get me started about when you're coming back from the park. You're like, oh good, this is the place we get off. Yeah, if you get off at this one, now you got a 2-mile hike to your room. Like, nah, you know me, my feet start talking to me and it's
Dogs are barking.
exactly like get us off the ground.
Oh,
So
gosh.
yeah, I would go with that. Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
man. Yeah, great. Yeah, so look, we're curious to know what you think, what your responses would be to the 2 questions that we have posed so far in this particular segment. Let us know, and we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, y'all, we hope you enjoyed that multi-segment episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. And look, magicourway.com is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions on anything we've talked about on the podcast, you can do so through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or send us a text message at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815
Mo Weekend.
669-4226.
Every week I listen to you go through that and I think there's no way he's going to make it in time for Danny to do the thing. And then you always do.
I always do. Yeah.
I think the exact same thing, but I have the easy part. All I have to do is say it.
Yeah.
So.
But to be transparent, there have been a couple of times where I didn't make it.
He did not.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I just
It's been a while because I feel like I
Yes.
haven't seen that happen yet.
I was really drunk the last time that
We
happened.
did have that one time you didn't make it to the closing.
Oh yeah, I was on that. Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
make it to the closing, but yeah, it was a little rough.
That's all good. 100% of the time, you make it. 95% of the time.
That's right. Eli, man, tell us what you got going on.
Yes, sir. As always, the support that I get from you guys is great. Those of you that don't know, you can go to www.ironcomics.com where you see all the good work I got there. Savages, Project Geisha, and of course, the Molly Be Damned. All work is 48 pages, fully colored, and the only ad for them is for this podcast. That's more than what you get from the 2 big guys. And, you got to put way too many ads in there. Get more bang for your buck with me. Also on that website, you can find blog posts and interviews, and of course, a link to the Magic Our Way podcast. So you never miss a beat, never miss an episode, never miss a trip report. You never miss a random noise about a random topic. And that just happened.
I was wondering what that
Sorry.
was.
Yeah, I don't
That
know.
was Josh
It was an E
Like-
flat.
pushing his chair back.
You never miss Josh pushing the chair.
Josh
That's
is
a
looking
link
at
in
Rachel
there.
right now like,
What? Oh, we
get done.
No,
Bam.
to be like,
I'm sorry, Josh. That's
we want to
fine.
open the curtain. What just happened was the last couple of nights we've had the Northern Lights here.
Oh,
Like we can see them outside. And so I just sent him a message quietly to go check to see if you can see them right now.
Oh,
But-
Oh, wait a
That's
minute.
Oh,
awesome.
Harry
Well, that's-
posted in Ohio. He was able to see it, and JP caught
Yeah.
it when they were flying back.
I would love to see that.
What's the verdict? He says no. We can't
no.
see them right now.
Oh.
But
No.
last night they were incredible. So
We can't even
Aw.
see a damn thing.
Yeah, we don't see nothing here.
yeah, sorry guys. Anyway, back to Eli.
Back
Yeah,
to Eli.
so of course you get a link to hear all of that because you just never know how that's gonna happen because that's how
Bust.
synergy works. Boom. So again, thanks for your support. www.ironcomics.com. On social media, you can find me there. Facebook.com. Eli H. Iron, that's me. Would love to meet you if you're a real person, but if you are about, I do not need to greet you. I told you I had to change my credit card number 15,000 times because about
Ugh.
trying to catfish me better than that. Unless we in Japan. How
I
you
love
doing?
catfish.
Yeah,
Fried up.
that's right. $85 for catfish.
Mm.
I hate catfish.
Cake and bake. There you
Cakefish
go.
shop.
Boom. So also on Facebook, you can see the Project Geisha fan page on Facebook.com/Project Geisha. Also on Instagram, eIvory4 is where you'll find me there posting up stuff and liking with you guys and showing the heart. I followed a few more weekends. People like, no way you don't do this. Yeah, I followed a few more weekends. I see some people putting up Halloween decorations. Put the heart up there. That's how you do that. And of course, on X, you can find me at Hancock10166. So yes, if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much. That was a lot going on. I'm really smiling.
You're doing good.
See me smiling?
I
That's
see you
$95 for that smile. Cake and bake.
Sideways.
Boom.
Cake and bake.
And if you want to book a vacation to anywhere Disney related or otherwise, Universal related, or even major hotels in Tokyo, Rachel can do it. Rachel, what you got?
I sure can. I am so honored when Mowicans reach out and ask me to help them plan their trips. I can help as much or as little as you like. I know that when I was listening to these shows as a, kind of first time planner of my trips, I thought like, I don't really want a travel agent because I like planning it by myself. And you can still do that. You still have all the same control over your trip. And if you don't want me to be involved, but you just want to support the podcast, you just book through me and then I will leave you alone. But if you do want more help, I'm here for that too. And it costs the exact same amount as if you just book it on your own through Disney. And a little piece of your vacation comes back to support this podcast and this fan community. And it's so appreciated here. You can find me at Rachel, Rachel, at magicourway.com. You can also find me on social media. My handle is at @RFamilyMagic. So that's the letter R and the words Family Magic. On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. You can also call me if that's easier or send me a text message. My number is 978-432-WISH. And again, it means so much when y'all reach out, and I love to help people plan trips. I love to help people when the unexpected happens, like a hurricane or a snowstorm or whatever it is that is challenging you on your vacation and helping you come up with solutions to make the most out of whatever situation you're in. And I have a lot of experience in doing that. So I would love to be your ally and your advocate in your trip planning process. So please reach out, and we thank you so much.
So if y'all want to access all the info we just mentioned, go to magicourway.com/about us. Also, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/magicourway. And another option to support us, and it only costs a minute or so of your time, is to leave a rating and a review in Apple Podcasts and wherever you access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Any way in which you can support this show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Kwaherini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
All right. Nachos are on plates.
And yar. Bye!